Good day, welcome to Multinet 3D. In this design, we are going to create just a primitive piece of furniture. So we are using cube to start. So create here, shift it up. So here we do some crazy things along the line. So what we do is that we use scale and reduce it to size. So from here now we go to attributes, channel box. From channel box we look for the one we can divide into two. No, that is not what we want. I'll just leave it that way with division 2. Leave it that manner, and this one 2. So this is what we want, and let us leave it this way. So after we are done with that, press send backspace on your keyboard, move to this and say OK. Select the vertex, control and select the same, shift, select the same thing here. So what you do is that you extend this, say OK, let it give you, yes, now you do the same thing here by closing this one down. Good. So at that point you press backspace again and you see what you have done. So here say object mode. Good. So as you've done this one, all you try to create here is that you want to bring, now you can increase the size of this. So you press 3 on your keyboard to see how it took the shape, its form. So I don't want that one again, so you press 1 to go back to the original size. Then now what you want to do is to create undo from this place. So I'm creating another one, saying primitive, then I'm creating cube, the same manner. So I'm having this as a cube, then scale this one down. So I'm putting it, shift it a little bit inward. So here I will duplicate this, Ctrl D on your keyboard, then click on rotate to bring it to vertical. From here you type 90 to be upright. So you bring it to something edge like this and you bring it close. So this one you scale it down again. Good. So press your backspace and see where it's situated here. So here now you adjust this by bringing it up. So here you scale it and expand this to suit you. So as you've done this, backspace to go to 3D, and this junction now you need to increase the shape on the channel box. Click on channel box. Okay, because it's duplicated, it doesn't have those attributes now. All you need is to use insert loop, use mesh, edit mesh, insert loop, create this. So you create it this manner. Now create it below, create this as well. Now you create this. So it didn't give you a sense of feeling of certain thing you want to do. Say good. So as you have done that, now let us design this one. So this one I'm going to reduce this by scaling it bit. Select here. So press enter. So how do you do this? Press enter back. Now you go to this view and you press on the shaded. So you click on X-ray. Wireframe and you close X-ray. So this wireframe will continue to guide you on where these lines are. So as you have done this, you can toggle this part and you scale it a bit, then move. Good. So you go back to 3D on fill, you scale it, you move it. Good. So as you have done this now, what you need to do is to do the same thing the way you are doing with the mesh tools. Insert edge loop, click here, click here, click there, click there, click below, and click at the edge as well. So you have done with that. So you can now click and test how those things are. So it's okay for me. So you do what? Duplicate this and say move. So you move it. So good. So you've done that. What you have done here is the same thing, but what we want to just work on this particular one. Press here and say on Fatias. So you click this, sorry, focus on this and pick. So zoom, you click here and you say to scale. So it's okay. Click this one too and bring it close. Control. So move this a close. So please kindly subscribe to this channel as you are watching. It will be helpful to you. So bring it down a bit. So go ahead and work tirelessly. So use edge loop again to work on this one as well. Insert edge loop. So click here and click the edge. Click this edge and click that edge. So I can double and you double it here. So good. So you've done that. What you need here, now you need to change material here. So the material I'm going to use, control, say object. So what I do is that I will go to window, on the window, general editor, rendering editor, just let's say Hypershade. Click on Hypershade. At the Hypershade you have material in place. So the material I'm going to use, because I want to use anode rendering, that does not matter. I just want to look at Maya material. You see Maya surface, good. So I'm going to use blind, and the blind category is giving me color like this. So I want to do it on red. So on that aspect, transparency 0, reflectivity, eccentricity. So all this one I'm going to reduce them. We do the fall off. This one I don't want that. You see, as you are seeing there. So reflectivity, reduce it a little bit, just like sparkle. That's what I want. So at that point, you can now decide to be adjusting this. Let blue a bit coming. So you mix them up in the way that you know that's okay, it suits you. So you have done that one. So this is your, you see, this particular bind is your category. You can change the name if you want to, but just leave it the way it is, and that's all. So what we do here is that as you have done this, so you just want to do what? Just select and assign. So you can be clicking and dragging, just match it. You see it? Just click center, you press the center button and you'll be dragging it, and you can decide to click here, click this one, select this, I'll come here and right click and say assign to selected. You get, so click there and say assign to selection. Now Should have done this, so I want to change some certain pattern of what I've done here. I'm okay with this one for now. Just close this. So now you select this and say face. On the face, click and click. So here I want to extrude. Click here, say edit mesh. Edit mesh. What will you do? You click on here and I say extrude. So at the extrude point, you rotate it. So you move this up. So what is it telling you? Is it giving you the right quality of what you are expecting? If not, then there is issue. So you just move this up. Are you getting it? So the more you move, the more that thing give way. So I will say go back, Ctrl Z again. Now select, then go back and say edit mesh and say extrude. And the extrude, just use the top arrow to select what you want to do. So it has already moved it out for you. So at that place you can now say okay, scale it for me. Then you scale a bit. You see it. So now as you do that again, you can still do as you extrude for you. Then you take it up a bit and scale it down a bit. So this one gives you some certain feel of what you have done. So you select this one, select object and say scale. So you scale it around this line like this. Then you bring this to the front. You look around and see whether it's fitting to what you want. So it's a piece of furniture that you want to do, but in a stylish manner. So now you put it here and say select face. At the face you have selected, so I've selected this face. Or you join it, extrude and say, just tell it to extrude again. So you bring it up. Are you seeing layer upon layer? So that's how you work in this space. So when you click on that one now and you click here and say object mode and you press 3, what did you see? Information, but that's not what we want. Press 1 back. Select it and press 1. As you have done that now, what I want to do is that I want to create more edges around that space. So you go to edit mesh, insert the edge loop, then start creating more edges. So you start to create more edges. So issue. So you create more edges. These edges will allow you press F to be closed. So from here you create another edge. So that you are in a defined moment, these edges will serve as something that will not allow your design to go broken. So you select them that manner. On the edge like this, so select the lower part still more. Select all around. So turn it around again. Select from this edge and bring like 2. So even though it's going to be a fine edge, but it's not going to be too sharp. So when you do that, select, right click and say select mode, then you press 3. Select it and press 3. Can you see that? Okay, it's a little bit stable. So that's how you work in that one. So press 1 again and let it go back to original shape. Good. So now something is missing. I think it's okay. So what you need now is that you change the color of this space. Select this, select the surface, surface select, press shift on your keyboard and select everywhere you know that okay you want to do that. As you have done that, you can select the edges if you want. If you don't want, it does not matter. So right click and go to add material attribute or assign new material. At this place you want to use the same Maya blind. And this time around I'm going to change the color. I'm using something like a red but in a brown manner, make it look cool. So that's what I want to use. Here now I'm reducing everything I've done there: reflectivity, surface color, fall off and eccentric, transparency, translucency. All those things have their own reason, so I do that so you see what I've done. So when you click here and say select object, then you come to D, say move here, and you take it to the other side. And you take it to the other side like that. Take it outside, press and see where it stays. Is it okay by you? Good. Is it okay? It's okay. You need to adjust it a little bit and let it come inside a bit. So when you press C3 here, it's formed 2. So look at it for me. So they all form their refined edge as you have seen it. So when you press here and say F, move close to you. So you go to your click this, you don't want that again. So for here, this is what you have as a piece of furniture that you have created. So this one will hang in, but now you need to do a little bit of something under here. So how do you do that? Come here and say you just want to have something like a plain part. So you click this and say duplicate, Ctrl D. So drag it down. So scale it down again. Then you extend it. While you are working on this one, you still continue to work consistently on all this we have created. So as you have done that is shoot in, adjust it so that it will meet up with what you have done here. So you adjust this one back and let it be at the middle. So you bring this close, then click here. Okay, and the process of working with Maya is sweet and tedious, but there is nothing you cannot create with it. That is the reason why I love it. So it's very beautiful and high level of engaging. So here now I want to use the material for which I use here. So click here and see assign material already existing. Assign already existing material, you see blind 2. So you can see now they have the same material. So let me just do a base for it and say okay, let's just do the floor side. And how do we do that? I'm not going to do a straight one stuff, so I just want to use a curve aspect. So click on create and say primitive, and you click on what? Cylinder. And cylinder I will drop and drop and drag like that. So this cylinder now I'm going to rotate it. Rotate. So I'm rotating it in this way. So if I click channel box, I'm rotating it so till I click on 90 degree. So here I'm bringing it to somewhere here, and I'm extending by So as I've done this, what I need to do now is that I will select some surface and delete them. So here it says surface, you select the surface I don't want, or the surface. I don't need them. No. Just click, shift, click, shift, and click and say delete. You see, I'm deleting what I don't need. So you can delete that manner and adjust it to something like okay. But if you don't want this, there's no problem. You can still have another method of doing what you want to do. But let us use that method. Click here and say you have already done what you need to do. Just click and delete this. So what I want to use is surface method. So click on this and say surface plane references. So here now you can bring your edit mesh. Say insert the edge loop. And you see, you can insert like that. So from here, say edges, select the edges and say pick move. So you raise it up. You can raise this one up as well. Once you raise this up and you bring it close. So this one is more reliable and simple. So you can use this. Say select the object and move it to the middle. So that is it for what you have done in your something. So you can create this one and say Ctrl D. You see I'm using what I've already created to adjust and create something. So you Ctrl D again. So you apply this one on this. So if you look at it from the point of view, you can just adjust them and adjust this one. It's the same thing. Good. So you have already read the normal level. So adjust this and bring it close. So when you look at it, so you have something to do with. So this is what you have created in a. So here you can scale this to infinity. And scale it to infinity and push it backward. Good. So from there now you set your camera view. Say create camera from what? Create camera from view. So as you've done that one, so you can go to panel and your panel perspective is the camera you have created. So you click on it. That's the camera you have created, and you click here. You say select the camera. From select the camera, the channel box and everything, just click on this and rename it to say camera. Just say cam 1. So that is it. So as you have selected the camera, go to here, say select the camera. As I select the camera, which is cam 1, so you press X on your, so that it will animate it and stabilize it in that point. So even though you change it in one day, so if we go back to select camera, create, no, something is wrong. Anyway, don't bother, that's not what we want to do for now. So what we want to do is that we have created a little bit of atmosphere where you can see that you may be able to use everything you have created here as time will consume. So that is it for that, and you have done wonderfully well. So go to your display, go to reference and play references. So here that you UI, UC, and every other thing that you have done. So just choose this. You can adjust so many things here that you don't want. Those things you want display, and every other thing that you don't want display in the display dialog and every other. So you work on this place. So in next teaching or tutorial, I'm going to give you more insight. So you can change your materials here too. Say assign new material to this place, choose blind as well, box, attribute. So move, say point 3. In this place you can change it to yellow, and this one you draw it down. Some decency. Okay, and that is it for that. So you leave it. So yeah, so just say select camera. That is what you have done, and that is the camera in place. So subscribe to